And we are live. Or we should be live. We are, yay. How's everyone doing? Hopefully Katarina is working. I actually gotta go into my streaming rig and update it because there is a new extension out now for X, which is great. Anyway, we're continuing working on the inventory system today, setting up items, setting up a probably new asset database of sorts. Hmm. Have a good stream. Night, Spink. I don't even hear it. Remove your body anyway. Which is disabled or enabled. Yeah, so let's create. Selectable. Hey, how's it going? Hmm. This one's a static body. I think that scale triangle, it's not. Yeah, 3D triggers. And this one is just on 2. Yeah, and this should be hitting bodies. Oh. Me, I don't like this. Hmm. Oh, is there just no material on this thing? At all? Yeah, why is that the material? Is Godot Agent free? Yeah, absolutely. So this is metallic. Yeah, Godot is free. I want to see why that override shader material is kind of funky. Oh no, it actually looks great. Yeah, so the question is, do I want the term, like, do I want to have two different versions of every asset? The one that's in the inventory, the true item, or a prop version? Because I don't want to make every item a selectable item. I don't want to have to add like a material override to them to make them become selectable. There's not that many, you know, different types of items that can be looted. Where's the item ID? Are you new to Godot, Glaba? Maybe we will. Then we can convert mid pins. We'll change this. Yeah, we'll do selectable item. Item type. Unknown dual weapon. Yeah, today just going to be refactoring, cleaning things up, cleaning up code, making it easier from a design perspective to kind of add things. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think I think we're gonna rechange the player raycast using interface. Let's make sure it works. Yep. So I can still interact with any eye selectable. And if we spawn in a ship. We'll see if the seats still work. And they do. What was that? Oh, in the personal terminal. Terminal update for money. Yeah, it's no big deal. Nice. Okay, that's that. Handgun. Bedpan. Multi-tool. Rifle. Items. Why is this changed again? I had someone text me at midnight last night asking if they could buy it then. Really? Did you sell it? But yeah, there's player recast, so you can swap it with it. But still. Well, no, it's actually what I, oh yeah, that's what's happening now. I don't think the player raycast should be able to collide with ships. Just ship components. This is the problem. Right? Because the door should be a 3D trigger. No, they post the text me in a few hours from now. Oh, they're supposed to text you when they get off work. Oh, cool. Yes, it should be a 3D trigger. Yeah, I think there's no reason to directly interact with the ship on the raycast. So if we grab he was gonna steal my spot. Right, so the player can't jump into the grounds of the ship. But this should be working. Power plant. Right, because I can get the power plant. Yeah, why is it I'm able to like get the power plant? And the fuel scoop. Oh, the ambient, if you're still on? Okay, cool. Right, why is it I can swap these out? No problem. Oh no. Weird. Like something is blocking it. Unless it's hitting the shield. Yeah, so hitting static bodies here. Yeah, if I get close enough to it, it seems to work fine. Oh, I wonder did I add a constraint on the distance that you can unsocket something? Yeah, because it's not hitting the body. No, I'm clicking and we're fizzing. I'm not sure why. Right, if we look down at the bottom of it, How do we select in 0G? You just stopped by to say hi and throw you a like? Oh, awesome. I'm just doing cleanup today. We're making a new selectable system for props. So we can actually, like, you know, pick up and equip items on the ground as a part of the new inventory system I'm working on. So anyway, the inventory system UI works, and I need to get all that stuff working in multiplayer. But I now need to, you know, I need to go create the item shops, get them spawning into the world, make them interactable. Do you know when you'll be entering early access? I'm not sure. Right? Our early access right now is just Patreon. But I wouldn't call it early access because it's a development build in the true sense. You know, you get stuff in the rawest form imaginable on the Patreon. But it's the best way to fund the game. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing for the for the next 6 months at least, for sure. While we put together, you know, the visual slice and get things going. But yeah, that's the Patreon, patreon.com/monolithic. And $5 a month. And you can reserve your name and gain access to the dev builds and but other than that, I'm not sure. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be tested. I believe you'll be able to get an amazing game. I think so too. I have faith in myself. We'll get there. Yeah, I know we were doing 2 raycasts. We're doing like a new camera raycast thing. Must be the shield. Are you debugging traces? Yeah. Trying to figure out why when we're customizing the ship. I want the player raycast to ignore the ship body. Godot's traces uses simple collision holes. For the complex ones, use the mesh surface. It depends. You can use you can use primitives for a lot of your collision shapes. You can use convex mesh gliders as well. It's kind of up to you. Yeah, we just gotta eject the integrate into 0G. What are we getting there? Getting a dispose label on a personal terminal update. I wonder, hang on a second, let me just check something. Personal terminal UI. Oh, in the UI itself. Hey, Rage, how's it going? Stable credit value. Are you not hitting what I expect it to hit? I'm being blocked by some other collider. We've been busy, Rage. Working on the new inventory system. It all started off as just, you know, having item slots that we can actually drag and drop into. I got some controller support. We have our backpack inventory. I can grab the controller. We can go between the slots, go from one to another, and you know, kind of like drag things. Even though these slots are not limited right now, right? You know, the primary weapon is supposed to be our pistol. Secondary, I can add a bunch of random ones. I'll try to find a multi-tool, and then the rest we can just get rid of. Which is supposed to be dropping at our feet. That's kind of what I'm working towards. Hey, zones. Making lots of progress. Yeah, always. We're always making progress. It's just not as fast as I'd like it to be. I want to be able to like drop an item on the ground, have another player come over, pick it up, and we're good. Like I want to be able to swap that, you know, item. Or like I want to be able to drop a med pin and you just pick it up, you know, and then you have a stackable, you know, bunch of med pins. But this didn't exist last week, so I mean, you know, it's you can swap things out. So it's getting there. So the UI is pretty good. I also made more progress on the default equipment spawning in, and brought over a lot of this stuff to the main project. So yeah, it's looking a lot better. But some other time this week, once I get more of this inventory system working, what I'm doing now is making a selectable item type. So you know how you can select seats? Well, you can select, your weapons to know that you can interact with them. And if you just click once, we have the interacted selectable, it'll automatically pick it up and add it to our inventory. Right, so they are like rigid bodies. Or when we're buying weapons, I'm going to have disabled versions of these on the wall. So we can just like go up to them, and if it is interactable, it'll show like a HUD, stats and whatnot. And you just select it, and it'll go ahead and equip. But right now it doesn't do that. I just added that functionality. So it's the same functionality as when we're interacting with seats. It's a eye selectable. I'm just, same as this. Right, so a lot of the equipment stuff is, has been working. But there was one bug, and I'm just looking at it now. I spent most of yesterday working on a lot of the screen UIs because they were driving me crazy. But for anyone who's just kind of tuning in, the game is like fully customizable weapons. So you can take off all the weapons, put them on, take off all the components. So you can, we can take off our power plant. We can take off our fuel scoop. And the issue that I'm having right now is these all seem to be fine. I've ignored the ship body collider. So I can't, go in the ship, right? I'm still colliding with it. It works. But for the raycast, I want the raycast to ignore the body. So we should be able to grab 2 fuel intakes and a new power plant. So here is another power plant and another fuel intake. And we should be able to pop those on there. And right, so like the taking, like there's kind of like there's a position point where like the raycast, like here, the raycast is not working. Come down a little bit. Works fine. Grab our right, so we can equip stuff pretty good, and we can definitely remove them. But this one here is a little bit tangling. I don't know why. Right? No problem. No problem. And they definitely work. But they're not like, they're not the most user-friendly, to be removing and adding back. I don't really, it's not a big concern right now, but as a part of this visual slice I'm working on, I want to get the final version of all of these ship components snapping. So we can actually get the ship systems fully integrated and working as intended, like taking their, coolers and actual stats into account and applying them to the flight model. So, and the snapping and unsnapping is just something blocking the raycast. And I was thinking it's a shield, but then again, if it was the shield collider, which it isn't, I wouldn't be able to do this. You know what I mean? It would just be interacting with shields. So I don't know what's right, unless there's another random collider. Or maybe we're interacting with the seat through the ship. Maybe we're kind of going through. Can you report the node name? I thought was it. I think we were looking for the label to report. Oh yeah, I can also debug it. Right? Like I can stack trace all colliders. This label thing is like another random error. Where's it get? And personal terminal UI, personal terminal UI update. Game manager, get no game manager, undo the update, subscribe to it. If we subscribe to it, label credits. Game manager data credits is string. When it happens. Ugh. I'm gonna grab some more water real quick. Ah. All right. Space delivery service. For the game, pretty much, yeah. Why are these limos everywhere? Yeah, shields around 9, so that's good. I wonder if I'm actually hitting the station from that side. You could spawn a temporary sphere at the point of contact, maybe to visualize, to see where it's stopping. There is one. This spot. Oh, yeah, it's turned off. That's what this thing is. It stops on any on any object that we're raycasting towards. Player enters that the ship's gravity is defined. I don't know what, yeah, that's another random bug too we need to figure out. Yeah, it's still definitely like that one hits. Okay, so like here it works fine. Here it doesn't. On every aspect of that. Wait a second. Yes, this is on 111, which I don't think it should be. Chip component should be on 3. Could be hitting the black visual mesh, where you see overdrive. I mean, there's only one collider on each of these. It doesn't care about any of the meshes, only the shape. And this shape can be actually made a little bit more simpler, actually, than what it even is right now. But it all seems fun. I don't know why these are on layer 1. Chip components have always been on 3. Like even the laser. They're on 1 as well. Weird. I wonder why they're all on 1. Even like warp drive, did something reset? Yeah, the warp drive is on 3 with chip components, which is where it should be. Like some of these are working. Yeah, weird. I feel like a lot of these got reset somehow. Wait, what is that? Like, right, that we're perfectly normal here. There's a collider here. There's a floor collider on the ship. I found it. So it's this one here. Oh, that one makes no sense. This is this one here, this main under collider is the one that she used for the ship itself, which is number 2. That we're annoying. That we're already ignoring number 2 on the raycast. Thanks for the follow, hey K Core. Welcome, welcome. We're definitely wrapping to that at our raycast here. Should only be doing bodies. Right? And we're not doing ships. Do I really want to hit back faces? I probably don't, but yeah, no, I really don't. But yeah, our collision masks are set. And then other than that, yes, I don't think we really need a performance suit. This is stable still, without hitting any back faces. We're not gonna be at this too long. But it was a super exhausting day. I really want to get some stuff done. I'm so there's so many things I want to get finished. Where's the magnetic controller? Yeah, I don't know though. Yeah, look, because it's hitting. That's definitely hitting that face. Look, because you can see it kind of moving very quickly down. So there must be something in the code manually setting my collision layers. So I'm not supposed to be hitting. So I can hit through the whole bottom side of this is perfect. Right, so we can clearly take out these. But anywhere where we need to kind of go deeper than this collider, yeah, we can totally tell that it's that collider. Cargo grid escaping. Hello? It's funny. Budget buddies is true. Private areas is false. The bitmask setup. The bitmask setup on the raycast is set. Yeah, that's what I showed you guys earlier. That it by default is set to not collide with the ship. When we're freezing things. Yeah, this can be turned off, man, but that's not it. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere where we're changing. I'm curious to know what ratio scale is your system to a real star? I'm not sure. We haven't made anything larger than our little test world, you know? But limit-wise, we don't really have one. Things can be as big as we want it to be. There's a certain point where, like, distance is weird, right? Because if you limit speed, let's say speed is only, I don't know, without being in warp, you can only do, let's say, 1200 meters per second, right? That's still a long time at 1200 meters per second to reach anywhere. So if quantum or warp is the A to B, you know, methodology, you can control the speed of that and how it seems, you know what I mean? You're messing around in my project. I tried, and it's like making a mega map. It's almost impossible because everything is so far apart. You just can't have a one-to-one, you know, in a visual representation, right? Because you'd never be able to see anything else. It would all be too tiny. Yeah, like I don't see anything at all here on the ship that would be turning off that collision. Anyway, let's see. And there's better ways of debugging all this stuff too. I'm just too tired. Right, so let's just see what setup we're actually in here on the player. Right, so as of right now, in runtime mode, we are still not colliding with the ship. This, you know, our raycast is set only collide with bodies, no ship. Now let's spawn in the ship and just see if anything changed. Let me wait for the where's the NPC ship? Oh, he's already stuck. Okay. Alright, so we just spawned in the player ship. Alright, let's just check. Alright, so on the ship side of things. Okay. Ship is good. ID is good. Ship is only on the ship's collision layer. If you wanted something really large, I do use a double build. Yeah, I can. We've literally ran simulations of, just like 100 boxes bouncing around at like 100 million, X. It's perfectly stable. Yes and no. There's a whole thing. There's a. So transform shader differences and double builds. It was a wonderful. There was an article which was really great. But the answer is pretty much like when I'm doing any planet tech or anything weird like that, they're all based upon their own origin, rendered per se as if they were like, at the center of the universe, but they're obviously not at the center of the universe. So we're like, you just use the object or the tangent space, object space, you know. What are we doing? What are we do? Ship is great. Ship is fine. Ship shields are on shields. Ship body. Ship collision shape. No, not anything noticeable. There's literally no reason why I'm hitting this shape. And it's not, yeah, the shield is fine. It's not the shield. Yeah, so it's definitely that shape. And I don't think, unless I add like a ray cast on my on the gun, and that's what we're using, but I don't think so. Yeah, let me actually show you the the build. Or the good or bad. If you watch that, it'll be terrible. Scanning, 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 scanning. So this is what the game actually looks like. This is what the ship actually looks like. These are what the components in their final form actually look like. So check it out, right? So we have all of our character body animations. We have stealth. We can crouch around. Right, we have all the IK. We do like cargo missions. We have land vehicles. Here as an example, you can buy, a bunch of furniture here. And we can play The Sims 4. We can decorate our own little, habitation module. Oh. Right, so it's like your own little home away from home, We'll go in the ship in just a second. Let me throw the couch in. Right, so it's kind of like, it's meant to be more like a Cowboy Bebop kind of, space game. You're buying cargo. Yeah, exactly. You're either buying cargo and selling it, so you're bringing cargo from point A to point B, right? Or you're doing piracy missions, security missions, right? Like attacking NPCs, killing NPCs. Like a lot of the doors are broken right now because I'm redoing the exterior. They need to make like Futurama game where you play as Library Driver for Planet Express. I mean, that's kind of what you can do. I'm kind of simulating, you know what I mean, like the whole Star Citizen experience, and it's all meant to be like completely, like fully simulated. I can look around here. Let me show you like weapon targeting. Let me warp over here past the star. There was him. There's an enemy here somewhere. Oh, past this medical module. So this is me like testing what Godot's LODs can do. There's over 40 something rooms here. Every one of these rooms has an interior. A fully working interior, like with their own little back to tank and everything. Alright, so here's like here's an enemy ship. And we can like target and sub-target it. We have weapon systems, missiles. Are you streaming in content at all? Pretty much. We don't have, texture or mesh streaming per se. What I'm doing in Unforgiven Space for the most part is loading in the first level of detail, the first log, on a lot of assets. And then as we fly around, we're just unloading and loading them in. Right? Like space is, big enough, and I have like full warp drive. Right? So we can kind of get up to speed, and then hit warp, and then kind of... Well, the warp's not supposed to have a shadow, but for some reason my shader I didn't disable the shaders of it, but But I'm at warp speed right now. Warp speed keeps increasing. It's non-physical based. It's not a rigid body simulation when we're in warp, but when I come out of warp, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna be we're never gonna get rescued now. Ejected. But yeah, check this out. Right, this is like a medical module for a space station. So you would go and you would grab, NPCs and bring them to surgery. Right? If you, the player, get killed, you would wake up, in your own little back to tank. A lot of this stuff is not final art, it's just working prototypes of things. But even without lighting, like this is just all of this is just screen space reflections and emission. So it's just global illumination, pretty much. Now, obviously, you wouldn't see any shadows here, at least not right now, anyway. But my goal is to not have any star influence on any of the baked interiors, but to do a lot of baked lighting for a lot of the interiors. So if they're in rotation, if they're technically a static mesh, but they're still rotating per se, then I can kind of blend in, our baked lighting with the, our starlight, and have different, like it becomes pretty performant. I have a lot of interesting ideas, you know what I mean, of like how I want to go with things. I keep pretty rigorous poly count kind of, expectations for assets and scalability, so I hope I can get to a certain point. Yeah, that's tough for such large objects, like and how render engines cycle shadows. Yeah, and I think a lot of like those shadow maps are. I think there's an improvement. What was it? It was what was it Mungala was chatting about? There was something weird about it, but yeah. So far, like like nothing's been really like show stopping. From the testing that we've been doing, When I start running into limitations, I'll start scaling things back accordingly. So, you know, when we get there. Well, anyway, it is almost 12. I'm gonna go raid someone. Sorry for the short stream. It's mostly me just kind of chilling out, relaxing, talking about the game, getting the inventory system in. I really want to try to get the backpack in, you know, tomorrow. I'd like to have the full. In the Unity version of the game, I had a really nice IK system. Also, thanks for the follow. Definitely consider checking out the Discord, !point Discord in chat. Yeah, there's a lot here you don't see, you know. Yeah, that's our Discord. I'll end it here on the rest of the socials, and then I'm gonna go raid someone, and I'll spend a few more hours working on the inventory stuff. I think a lot of things to be refactored. Go check it out, Austin. If you have any questions, let me know. It's a very transparent development process. You know, we're gonna push Godot to the limit of, you know, where Godot can be pushed. Oh yeah, and here, let me before I go, let me actually show you what you want to see. This is what's important, right? This is all that's important right now. Debugging. Hang on a second. Right. All people need generally is proof that everything, you know, that things work and we can kind of play together. So check this out. Right. So this is kind of right. I'm going to just host a session. So here we have 100 synchronized NPCs. There's 100 NPCs here. Hey, BitGaming. Is the stream going? Getting ready to end the stream here shortly. So there's 100 NPCs for network testing purposes. I'm going to join in as Rocinante. Rocinante. I'm spelling it wrong. We're going to make you red and no fries, you know? And close that out. So check it out. Let's move over here. So, you know, I'm the server character right now. You can see that Rocinante is fully synchronized. All of his items are synchronized. All the IK works. Right, let's say I can kind of sneak. Right, it all works. The rifle works. Right, even the, you know, multi-tool / projection thing. Right, so everything's all working. So let's take Rocinante and head over here. Let's spawn in Rocinante's ship. Let's come over here and watch. Right, so here's Rocinante's ship. Rocinante has authority over his ship, so it can be pushed, it can be moved. You can see Rocinante interacting with the seats. Yeah, seat animations are fully synchronized. You know, weapon systems are now online. You can actually see that all of the gimbals and weapon systems are fully working in multiplayer. You can see I can take off, I can leave, I can give up the speed, I can warp. It all works in multiplayer. We can go land on a planet. So let's kill the warp. And we'll just come down and land and wait for our other player real quick. So, right, all that matters is you just get the fundamentals. All while that's happening, right? Comm system's working, all of our NPCs are doing their thing. I'm gonna spawn in my own ship. Right, everything's all working. I'm gonna just take my time. Actually, let me just pop in warp here for a second. So I'm actually looking for the ship, right? This is a 500-meter planet. It's not a huge planet. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. All that matters right now is that things fundamentally work, you know? Right, we have full planetary gravity. I can actually jump. Oh, ignore the gravity being way too strong. This is like a full real planetary gravity. I can go around. Even the projectiles are actually affected by the gravity. Vanilla Godot one. I just built out a lot of stuff myself. I've been working on a server meshing technology as well for Godot. Right, this all works, dude. Like you can just play the game together. Here, I'm gonna go join this character. Even though I'm the server, it's the server doing this. It's a bit weird. Oh, hang it. Gravity is not working in the ship. It's okay. Okay, we're good to go. Right, so I'm literally playing the game together with someone who's in my ship with me. Now the warp animation is obviously not engaging. Like there's no knowledge of the other player is not being received any of the weapon system knowledge of the ship, so it doesn't know that it's in warp or whatever. But it doesn't matter. Like all that matters is players can play the game together. And every NPC is exactly where they should be. Everything is fully synchronized. Right? If I, except for the stupid gravity system needs to be fixed, but, you know, every one of these NPCs. I see Godot in sci-fi game development. Very nice. Yeah, right? So every one of these NPCs. And they have their own state machine. They do their own thing. I'm going to have to eat myself out of the gravity here and fix it. There we go. There we go. Alright, so... And then what's new... I don't know, yeah, I think... Yes, let me, yeah, so let me... We're gonna test something real quick. So, let me grab my gun out. You can see how this works. I'm gonna go and aggro this NPC over here. Now, I don't know if this one is set up. Let's see. No, he's broke. Oh well. Anyway, I do have like full like aggro, NPC AI. You know what I mean? Everything all works. Yeah, Zeracles, you just missed my other main demo of the main build. This is the gray box version. All of my work that I do is usually in this project first, which I call Unforgiven Systems. It has the main repo, all the code, and then I push all of this into Unforgiven Space, which has no code changes whatsoever. And then in Unforgiven Space, I swap out all the prefabs and kind of like go from gray box to white box, and then, you know what I mean? I don't have to worry about this entire Unforgiven Space build is only 200 megabytes. So I can get player feedback, you know, rapidly. Be like, hey, check out these asteroids, or, you know, work on this, you know, try spawning in your own habitation module and decorating it, or whatever, you know. But you can see like every one of these are who they are. And each one of these have their own state machine and their own processes. Anyway, that's Unforgiven Space. Being actively developed right here on Twitch. And yeah, so with that, I'm going to go end it, and I'm going to go find someone to raid. And thanks again for that follow. If you're interested in the project, check out the Discord, !Discord in chat. And we'll see you guys later.